This is the most explosive document dump in the Epstein case so far, and obviously the most damaging to the royal family. The implications for Andrew and for Sarah Ferguson are the most explosive. My name is Christopher Buckton. I'm the US editor for the Daily Mirror. One of the first documents to come out is the picture of Andrew leaning over what appears to be a young woman, and that picture was taken within Epstein's townhouse on 71st Street in New York. What is clear to me by looking at that is just how comfortable Andrew feels among who he's with, among Epstein and among the people. In fact, in one of the documents he goes on to call them my US family. What Andrew cannot deny, despite his Newsnight claims, is that these pictures exist. They actually show him there in person, and it's something that's irrefutable. What's interesting about the documents is how much now belief that lawyers are now coming forward with in their victims. One of them, Brad Edwards, who represents about 200 women, has come forward with the claim that at least one woman was effectively trafficked to the Royal Lodge, where she claims to have had a sexual encounter with Andrew. Obviously the implications for this are vast, whereas the initial claim against Andrew by Virginia Giuffre was in Ghislaine Maxwell's house in Kensington. This actually puts the royal family now in the heart of it, as a royal residence is alleged to have been used by Andrew. The issue, I think, for the royal palaces is that everything that a royal does is documented. You know, visitor records are kept. There's obviously staff as well who have seen things. You wonder why there's a wall of silence now from staff. Some staff must have seen something, whether it's a protection officer or a member of his household staff. You'd think someone would see something. I think we're going to see, obviously, there's only half of the documents that have been released now. There's another 3 million, whether the Trump government's going to release them or not. But even so, with every day, we're seeing more and more details coming out about Andrew and in particular Sarah Ferguson. People would do well to remember Andrew's car crash Newsnight interview, in which he said that he cut off all contact from the moment he saw Jeffrey Epstein in December 2010. Well, the evidence speaks volumes. In fact, he was in touch with him before December 2010, and he was also, more importantly, in touch with him after 2010. In fact, he was in contact with him on Christmas Day on 2010, wishing him a very Merry Christmas. One of the latest things to come out is an email from Sarah Ferguson to Jeffrey Epstein, in which she congratulates him for having a baby boy. Obviously, this is new. No one knew of a child that Jeffrey Epstein may have had, although he did have aspirations of creating a DNA farm for himself and his offspring. So make of that what you will. The question now everyone is asking is, could Andrew face Congress or court action? The simple truth is, effectively no regarding the police action. The Metropolitan Police said they looked into it. The New York Police have actually closed their case by the FBI as well. The only other thing is Congress, and will he appear before Congress? I doubt very much you'll see Andrew before the House of Representatives. When the FBI closed their case in July last year, they did make the caveat that unless new evidence came forward, such as the Brad Edwards claim now of the girl to Royal Lodge, then the case was closed. I think what the most damning issue is so far for particularly Prince Andrew is the lies that he's told. When you look in the Newsnight interview in 2019, he was categoric and he said, I had no contact with Epstein after December 2010. That is a blatant lie. His emails have proven to the fact that he was in contact with Epstein to the point where he was wishing him very Merry Christmas later on that year. So I think one of the biggest issues for the Trump administration is the fact that only half of these documents, 3 million, have been released, and there's a further 3 million that have not been released, and the question that is begged is what is contained within them? I think with my knowledge of Trump, I'd be surprised if the remaining 3 million documents did come out into the public domain. I think you may see a portion of them, but I think some of those files clearly pertain to the president as is now.